stand. Has anyone ever been bitten by another person? Or bitten another person? You're fine, sure. Come on, we just started. I don't know if you're doing comments, this is fine. It's okay. I don't want to stress anybody out. But have you ever been bitten by a person or bitten another person? I have, and I'm going to tell that story. It's a short story. I was probably the age of our preschool kids, or maybe a little older. I was a very mean child to my brother. I was not nice to my brother. I was mean. I took his toys. I beat him up. There was an instance, I remember several instances, but there was a time we were sitting playing. I had a toy I was playing with. I took his. I wanted to play with it. Well, he didn't say anything at first. Then he tried to take it back. So, thinking he was trying to be tough, I turned and bit him. I bit him very hard. I don't remember if I drew blood, but I did bite him, and he was upset. He cried. He called my mom in there. She came in there, and she said, okay, bite her back. And I just sat there. I didn't think. I said, I said, no, I don't want you to bite me. She said, bite her back. And all he did was, he barely put his mouth on my arm. She said no. So she grabbed my arm and she bit me. She didn't drop it, but she bit me. And I remember that as clear as day. I didn't know the time of talking about saying, do unto others as you have them do unto you. But that instance back then was something that I remember, and I associate with that. I should have done it to my brother as I wanted done to me. Because I didn't like being bit. I cried, I was bad, and I never bit anybody again. That was that instance of that. And then there was one more thing of another lesson that I remember, and it's something I try to instill in my kids, and that's respect. I was probably a preteen, and I told my uncle to shut up. I was raised, I wasn't saying like, well, shut up. I wasn't doing that. He had said something, and I said, oh, shut up. And my mom turned to me, and she popped me on my mouth. I was raised, it's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir, ma'am. You don't say, what? Huh? And to this day, and I realized it was because of those things, in that particular instance, and several others, that now my kids, I try to teach them, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. And every now and then with my kids, I'll call their name, what? And I'll start and say, ma'am, and they'll correct themselves, they'll catch themselves. And sometimes I don't have to correct them, they'll realize I can just give a look. But it's something I'm thankful for, that particular lesson that I remember growing up, and to this day, if someone, and they don't even have to be much older than me, I'll say, ma'am, sir, oh yes ma'am, or I address them as Mr. So-and-so, or Mrs. So-and-so, or at our church, Sister So-and-so, Brother So-and-so. And so those are two things that I remember in my life, those two particular instances, and it helped characterize me into the person I am now, and how I try to raise my kids in a very, very selfish generation, and that's how we try to do it.